Breaking news out of Washington has sent shockwaves across the country. Former President Donald Trump has officially approved stimulus rebate checks ranging from $500 to $1,400. And millions of struggling Americans are asking the same urgent question. Will these payments actually arrive this month, or is this just another political stunt? In this video, we're diving deep. Who qualifies, how much you could receive, the exact timeline for payments, and the secret political agenda driving this sudden approval. Grab a seat, because this story has layers, and the truth may shock you. Before we talk numbers, let's talk reality. Across America, families are fighting to survive under crushing economic pressure. Grocery bills have gone through the roof, with basic items like milk, eggs, and bread now costing 30–40% more than just 2 years ago. Gas prices keep creeping higher, leaving workers paying more just to get to their jobs. Rents in cities like New York, Los Angeles, and even smaller towns are at historic highs. For seniors on Social Security, for disabled individuals on SSI or SSDI, and for low-income families living paycheck to paycheck, every single dollar matters. And that's why this sudden approval of stimulus rebate checks has become the most talked about topic in America right now. Imagine the relief for a senior who has to choose between buying medication or paying their electric bill. Even $500 could mean survival. And for families, $1,400 could mean finally catching up on rent or paying off overdue utilities. So here's what we know so far, and it's nothing short of explosive. Multiple reports confirm that Donald Trump has approved a brand new stimulus rebate package, one that could put $500 to $1,400 directly into Americans' pockets. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. This isn't just a blanket number thrown into headlines. The payments are being carefully tiered. Sources reveal that individuals in lower income brackets may qualify for $500 to $800, while families with children could secure the full $1,400. And it doesn't stop there. Seniors, veterans, and Social Security beneficiaries are expected to be front of the line. The message is clear. This package is targeting those hit the hardest by inflation and rising costs. But while these numbers sound like salvation, the real story is hidden in the fine print. Here's the twist that no one saw coming. Officials aren't calling this a stimulus check at all. Instead, they've branded it a rebate check. At first glance, it may look like just another government label, but in politics, labels are everything. A rebate frames the payment as if it's your money being returned, a refund pulled from government revenues, rather than the government handing out emergency relief. And while that may sound like a minor detail, it changes the entire narrative. Is this truly a lifeline for struggling families? Or is it a carefully crafted political move designed to win headlines and sway public opinion? For millions of Americans waiting desperately for relief, the name doesn't matter. What matters is whether that money will actually land in their bank accounts, and whether it will arrive in time to save them from financial disaster. Now here's the million-dollar question. Who actually qualifies for these checks? While the official guidelines haven't been fully published, insiders are already leaking details. And according to those reports, the eligibility could look a lot like earlier stimulus rounds, but this time with much tighter restrictions. That means retirees on Social Security, seniors depending on SSI or SSDI, and veterans on VA benefits are expected to be at the front of the line. Low to middle-income households earning under a certain threshold could also qualify, with payments ranging anywhere from $500 to the full $1,400. But make no mistake, if you're in a higher income bracket, already receiving multiple benefits, or flagged as a duplicate claimant, you could find yourself completely shut out of this program. But here's where the tension really builds. The government is planning to rely on IRS records, Social Security databases, and state assistance files to sort out who qualifies. Sounds efficient, right? But what happens when the system misses people? Imagine a struggling single parent working 2 jobs who suddenly discovers they were left off the list because of a small error on last year's tax return. Or a senior, barely making it through the month, who doesn't see a dime because of some glitch in the database. These are the fears gripping millions right now. On one side, there's hope that relief is finally on the way. On the other, there's growing anxiety that red tape and technicalities could leave the most vulnerable Americans with nothing but frustration. And that uncertainty is what's keeping the entire nation on edge tonight. Okay, let's get to the timeline. Officials close to the situation are hinting that payments could begin as soon as this month. Some reports suggest mid-month deposits for those with direct deposit information already on file. Paper checks and debit cards, however, may not arrive until late fall due to administrative delays. If Congress or state agencies intervene with objections, this could push timelines back even further. Think about it. You wake up, check your bank account, and suddenly see $500, $1,000, or even $1,400 sitting there. For many, it could feel like a miracle. But delays and bureaucracy could also leave millions disappointed. But here's where things take a very political turn. Analysts are saying this approval isn't just about relief, it's also about power and elections. Trump knows that stimulus checks are one of the most popular moves a leader can make. They're tangible, they're immediate, and they directly affect people's lives. Approving this package sends a message: I'm the one putting money in your pocket. Critics argue this could be more about winning votes than genuine economic relief. They warn that promises might sound big now, but the actual rollout could face endless roadblocks, creating frustration and confusion. Meanwhile, supporters insist that without Trump pushing this forward, millions of Americans would have been left with nothing. So the debate is fierce. Is this relief, or is it politics dressed as relief? So let's ask the tough questions. What if payments don't arrive this month as promised? What if the eligibility rules cut out millions who desperately need help? And what if this is just the opening move in a much bigger political strategy leading into election season? Every angle of this story is filled with uncertainty, suspense, and very high stakes. For some, it's about survival. For others, it's about politics. But for everyone watching right now, it's about one thing: the money. One thing is certain: this story is far from over. The approval may have been given, but the real question is whether Americans will actually see those checks in their bank accounts this month. So I'll leave you with this. Are we witnessing real relief? Or is this just another political move designed to win headlines? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because history could be unfolding right before our eyes. And remember, this story is far from over. Every hour brings new developments, and the next announcement could completely reshape your financial future. That's why I'll be breaking down every update, every official statement, and every hidden detail that others might miss. If you truly want to stay ahead, make sure you smash that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and join this community that's dedicated to keeping you informed and prepared. Because let's face it, the difference between knowing and not knowing could be the difference between getting relief or being left out in the cold. Don't just watch from the sidelines. Be part of the conversation, stay alert, and protect your future. The information shared in this video is based on the latest reports, early insider leaks, and publicly available data. Official eligibility guidelines and payment schedules have not yet been finalized by the government. That means details could change at any time. This content is provided for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial, legal, or tax advice. Always double-check with official government websites or trusted financial advisors before making any decisions about your benefits or finances.